So in just a few days, I'll be setting up to sell at one of the best outdoor collectible shows in my area.
Ooh, my heart is pounding like Thor's hammer on Dr. Doom's titanium-infused faceplate.
This is the Richland Vintage and Toy Fest. It's in Richland, New Jersey, and it's sponsored by Shoreline Vintage and Antiques, which is a really awesome store. They hold this show twice a year, once in the spring, once in the summer. The footage you see here is from last summer. I went here, I had a booth, I was selling comics, I sold a whole bunch, I had so much fun, the weather was beautiful, and there were so many vendors here with amazing stuff. Vintage toys, comic books, trading cards, other collectibles and antiques. I mean, a little bit of everything here. It's a lot of fun, and it's just a really great atmosphere. So I'm really looking forward to this coming Saturday, May 25th. I have a lot of preparing to do, and that's what today's video is all about. I'm going to show you how I get ready for a show like this. I don't sell at many conventions. I do a lot of these smaller, like flea market type shows, which I really enjoy. I like being outside. I'm not a big fan of being cooped up in a convention hall, even though it does put a little bit of wear and tear on the collectibles when you're out in the elements. But as long as you have like these easy up tents and some good tables and, you know, just proper precautions, you know, your stuff can stay safe and out of the elements. But I really enjoy being outside. It just feels good, and it's got a good vibe to it. Here's my booth from last year. As you see, I only sold comic books. I had a huge collection where I bought like 10,000 plus comics. I had a wall of keys up as well. But this year, I'm coming with a lot of crazy stuff. Vintage toys, video games, trading cards, and of course, some awesome comics. So let's go over to my storage unit, and I'm going to show you how I prepare for a show like this. So we're here now at my storage unit. I just recently got this because I just didn't have any more room in my house. I needed a place to put all the stuff that I have for sale, as well as the back stock of all my personal collection. And I ended up getting a 10-foot by 10-foot climate-controlled unit. And the climate control is key because it keeps all your valuables out of the elements, and it leaves no possibility for mold and moisture damage. And it's just really nice to have the air conditioning in the summer and the heating in the winter, especially when I have like electronics and paper products like comic books and boxed toys and things like that. So here's my unit. We're going to go in here. I'm going to show you all the stuff that I have, and we'll talk a little bit about what I'll be bringing to the show and how I'm going to be loading all this stuff. So as you see, there is a lot of stuff in here. I do still have quite a bit of room, and I can stack up high because the ceiling is 10 foot tall. But here I have that little black shelf, which I'll be bringing to the show. I have all these totes, comic boxes. I mean, there's so much stuff. I'm actually also grabbing a few things here that just sold on my eBay store. But I have all these like vintage action figures. All of these are priced already, which is good. You know, I have the price tags. They're all individually bagged. And then all these totes are full of toys and other collectibles. And then here's some of my personal stuff, old Legos, miscellaneous toys, toys I want to keep, toys I want to sell. Some of these old robots, which are super cool, and an old record player, some collectible Hot Wheel cars, some Wizard magazines, and some game guides, vintage ones. I mean, some of these really cool collectible Hot Wheels. There's some comics in the back. Here's some Marvel action figures. Luckily, I do have all of these bagged and priced already, but I will be having to price up quite a few other things. Here is the Care Bears little action figure that I had to get out of the unit today because this just sold on eBay. All right, so the hardest part is over. We have the cart packed up. We got all of the comic books. We got all the toys, other cool collectibles to bring to the show. We made sure that we brought some tarps in case there's some inclement weather. Down below, I have a bunch of tables, and then we also brought some of that black shelving. That'll make a nice display for some of the box toys and the larger items. We have so much stuff in here. As you see, this thing is packed to the brim. Over here, we got some more totes with toys and random stuff. I mean, there is just so much. So I'm really excited about this show. Really, the biggest thing is just making sure that we brought everything that we need, mainly the tables and the display pieces, and of course all the inventory. And I will be bringing an easy up tent as well, which is back at home, and we'll fit this in here somehow. We left a little space in between to fit the tent, but that's pretty much it. But now we're back home, and I have even more stuff. Look at all these comics that I have sitting in my office. I have over 100 short boxes in my collection here. This is all basically my personal collection, but I've decided to lighten the load, and I want to sell off quite a bit of what you see here. I want to keep all of my keys, my better books, some of my favorite stuff, of course, all my Golden Age and my pre-code horror, and all the stuff that I really love. But there is a lot here, run fillers and different runs, and just box after box of stuff that I really have no attachment to. So that is going to be for another video. I still have to process all of these books and price them out, but I do want to unload quite a bit of this and just kind of lighten my personal collection of comic books.
These books are meant to be read and enjoyed, not hoarded and then sold when you get divorced.
As I mentioned before, I do have an eBay store, which I'll leave a link down below if you want to check it out. But I put a lot of stuff on here cheaper than everyone else on eBay, and things are flying off the shelf. I have 3 packages going out today, some vintage toys, some video games, some other stuff. And, you know, it's a lot of fun. I don't do this for like a big profit. I honestly just do it as a little hobby. So check out my link down below if you want to see what I have for sale. All right, everybody, so that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me, getting prepared for this big outdoor collectible show, the Richland Vintage and Toy Fest in Richland, New Jersey. I can't wait to go there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm hoping to come home with some really cool stuff as well. I'll be selling there, but I'll also be buying because why not, you know? It's always really fun, and I always find really cool stuff at these shows. We got everything loaded in the car. We got our tables, we got our inventory, you know, a few other things that I brought, like a pricing sticker gun, things like that, you know, some tape. Of course, I made sure that I went to the bank and got like singles and fives and change in cash to make deals, because you never not want to have change, because that can make or break a deal. And, you know, just a few little things that you just want to make sure that you have prepared before you go and sell at a show. Not only is the inventory really important, but just like the little things, like I said, some pricing stickers and some tape and markers and just little things that you might need while you're there. Of course, this is going to be an outdoor show. It's the end of May, so it's going to be a little bit warm. I will have an easy up tent over all my stuff, so I'll be in the shade. But of course, I'm going to want to bring some water bottles, you know, maybe a couple snacks, a few things while I'm there at the show, just so I can stay hydrated and be fueled up for some sales.
Red Bull, it gives me wings.
I think that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so you can see when I upload my next video. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.